Alrighty. Well, in about 8-9 minutes, this match between Brian Begay and Michael Allen is the finals of the men's gold. And also on table 2, we have the hot seat between Todd Rogers and Joe Avila for the silver. And we'll go back and forth, and we have this nifty little button I can push here that will put their table up in the corner too. So we'll switch back and forth. Try not to be too distracting. So, and I can also go the other way. And unfortunately the color is off a little bit, but it's more the lighting in the room than anything. If you're looking for a tournament to go to towards the end of the year, October 31st to November 6th, we have the Texas Challenge at the Mayborn Center in Temple, Texas, for BCAPL and USAPL players. Doubles. It says Scotch doubles, so it's alternating shot, but any two. Could be 2 guys, 2 girls, guy, girl, doesn't matter to us. 8-ball singles, 8-ball teams, and we're going to do a 10-ball challenge. And the winner will get free entry into the 10-ball U.S. Open at the PCA Nationals next year. You can go to badboysbp.com for all the information. And you can sign up there online. It's a pretty cool feature. And it looks like I'm going to get Brett Baker in the booth with me. I'm Rick Jones, and we are Bad Boys, and this is Bad Boys TV.
Turn me on, baby.
And there you go, Brett. You're live.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Ready for some finals action.
Yeah, I was just telling them we got the finals for the gold here on table 1, and on table 2, and I can do this. Ding, up in the corner is the hot seat match for the silver division.
Awesome.
So we got 2 good matches going at the same time. And we'll get these guys started here in probably about 5-6 more minutes. They're scheduled to start at 4:30, and we have 4:24 right now. Let's see. In the gold division, I think second place is 700, and I do believe the winner will get 1,000.
That's a nice payday for a couple days' work.
Yeah, not bad for a day and a half playing pool. Hey, if you guys have ever spent any money on a raffle, I don't know how you could possibly pass up the Bad Boys Club. For $25 a year, you will be in every drawing that we do for that year, and it's a minimum of 12 drawings. Giving away some OB cues, some OB jump cues, OB break cues, Bad Boy bridges, a bunch of other Bad Boys merchandise, and some Cyclop balls, magic racks. Yes, and on Christmas Eve, we do a drawing for a diamond pool table. This is the 3rd year.
Yeah, and I happen to know the 2 guys that won the last 2 years.
And they're pretty happy fellas.
They are. Rick Tillett and Jackson McDonald, if you guys are out there, let everybody know how nice your diamond tables are. It costs you a whole $25.
Yeah, $25 pool tables.
You know, the cool thing about that club is that if you win, your name goes back in. It's not like you can only win once. You could actually win all 12 drawings if you're that lucky.
Yeah, somebody gets that lucky.
There might be a mutiny or but it's, mathematically possible.
Well, and we added a new feature this year for everybody that you tell to tell us that you recommended them. Your name goes into the pool table drawing that many more times. So if you get 10 friends to join and you joined, you will be in the drawing for the pool table 11 times.
That's right. It's a pretty good motivation to get your friends signed up.
If I was a league operator, I'd get my whole league to join up.
Oh, man, yeah. So we've got Brian Begay and Michael Allen. Huh?
Yep.
Awesome. Both these guys are pretty good players. Brian sports a Fargo rating of 697. And Michael Allen, a Fargo rating of 618. And they're flipping it. We're going to get under Ray here. Looks like Michael has won the flip.
All right, hang on.
Brian will be racing to 6, while Michael will be going to 4, it looks like.
Yep. And then let's go ahead and put table 2 up in the corner. We got table 2 up in the corner, which is a hot seat match for the silver division, which is Todd Rogers and Joe Avila. Todd Rogers is going to 3. Joe Avila is going to 5. Get some good action going.
Thought I heard a ball go. Oh, yep, he made a ball.
Yeah, he made one in the bottom left
cue ball's
corner.
kind of stuck in the middle, though.
You know, that's happened quite a few times today. A couple matches where the player made a great break and the cue ball just got jammed up against.
Yeah, I mean, he left the cue ball dead center of the table, which you're supposed to do. But he's surrounded by ball. That 6 ball really come up and just kind of nailed him.
I will try to be a good cameraman here today, and we'll switch back and forth. Try to catch all the action of the 2 tables. Finals on the main screen here, and up in the corner is the hot seat of the silver division.
And that was a great one pocket break over on the table.
I'm telling you, is that amazing? Look at that. Every ball is on the right half of the
Every
table.
single ball. One pocket players would pay for a break like that.
That's crazy. Here comes Lucas. He's looking needy. What? Good. Yeah, I'm good, Luke. If they double dip, I might throw you over here, though. It's a long time.
I can go to a grocery store.
Oh my God, they're arguing over food. You don't want Luke to get hangry.
No.
Well, I think Brian's just going to have to shoot a safety here.
Yeah. There's just not much. And it's a good one.
Yeah, that's pretty nice right there. These two played the hot seat match earlier, and Brian came out the winner. So maybe Michael's got a little sting for revenge in this match.
Well, I kind of like that shot. The 3 may have blocked the 9.
Yeah,
He wanted to leave it right in the middle of the pocket, but
I think he did.
the idea was good.
He didn't have a whole lot of options, so with what he had left, that was a good choice. Well, not sure what he was trying to do there.
I think he was just pulling back. He's going to shoot to 14. He's just looking at where.
He's got to pull back quite a ways to get to that 10. Yeah, he's going to be way over there.
He's kind of looking at where he can get.
I wonder if that 9 might go by that 3.
He's kind of playing like it does. I think he wants to get on the 10 and then come up. Uh-oh.
Oh, lordy.
Well, he's perfect now, but now I think he'll just probably play the 10, just bump the 4 and stop right there. Yeah, I don't think he thought he was coming that close to the side.
Be interesting watching these 2 matches at the same time and see how they progress. That 9 definitely going to go by there then.
Well, the one over on table 2 is progressing a lot quicker than it looked like it was going to.
Oh, yeah.
This one I kind of thought once somebody got a shot it would progress.
Yeah, they're not going to mess around. And in between racks, I'll try to switch tables. So, yeah.
So Brian takes a 1-0 lead.
Well, yeah, I guess I got to do the score too. That's. And they're trying to decide, and the only way I can have the score up there is if I'm on camera 1. Alright. Well,
we can kind of keep people posted on the score.
Yeah, well, kind of tough to watch both at the same time, but
when they get down towards the end over there.
Trying to multitask here, and everybody seems to be going with that second ball break.
Yeah, Luke and I were talking earlier. He likes that break. I don't really, unless I'm not making balls.
Yeah, well, I usually do the second ball break on a 7-footer.
But people here in Arizona don't really use the Magic Rack very much.
Right.
I've only seen a couple of people.
Yeah, that definitely changes everything.
So the balls don't spread quite as well. They don't get them quite as tight.
I will say, though, I know a lot of places down here have diamond tables, so they're used to playing on the diamond tables.
Right.
Well, I don't really see. You got the, what is it, 11 ball up there? There's a tough ball. Oh, apparently he's shooting solids.
He is going to take the solids. Well, 7 and 2 are his problem balls, and I think he was hoping to break them out right there, but.
Yeah, well, just trying to give you guys some different views here. Yeah, maybe that 7 goes in the side.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Or he's going to break that.
Oh, man, he broke him out with a scratch.
Man, he put a nice stroke on that. That's an unfortunate roll to scratch off of that. Well, It looks like on table 2, Todd Rogers got a shot at taking this game. He's just got the 4 and then the 8. They had a little safety battle going there for a bit. So, for me, unless that ball up there on the top rail, yeah, get that out of there now.
Yeah, I would take care of that first. You don't want to. You have nothing to place shape on it.
Well, and it's doing you no good up there other than being an almost impossible shot to get a shape on. Now, would you set it up so you came down here for that 14 right away?
Yeah, that or the 13.
Just like that. Nice shot.
Very
shot.
nice.
Hang on.
I think he got a shot.
I hope he got a shot.
Well, if he didn't,
he's got plenty of balls to get over to that side of the table, so.
Apparently he didn't get on. He's not really. Well, now he's going to take a look at it.
Yeah, I don't think he has it now.
No, it's one of those he might be able to throw it in, but why try? I mean, there's other shots available.
He could shoot the 12.
He's got the 9
side.
to get on that 14.
Right, he could shoot the 12 on the side, use the 9. He's got several options there. On table 2, it looks like Joe is going to get the first win. Yes, and Joe has got the first win on table 2. Oh, that's interesting.
Well, he's on the 14 now.
Yeah, and all he's got to do is pretty much hit a stop shot. The cue ball will slide right over for the 9 or either ball on the side. Just a little center or just a hair below, or do it that way too. And watch out. Yep, I think he'll shoot the 12 on the side now. Come back.
See, I don't like jacking.
Yeah, I don't either.
I kind of like playing the 9 and then playing
And then the 10 and get off that rail.
He's all right, though.
He's okay because he had the right angle.
Yeah,
to just,
now he's got even better angle on the 9.
See, I'm shooting 10 right there. And the 10 straight in down here in the
I
corner.
use a 10 to get on the 8.
Yeah, either way. Didn't really have to work on either one of those from there.
We're going to be all tied up.
It's interesting how the camera moves just a little bit. Well, 1-1. Are all left-handed pool players named Mike?
It all started with Mike Siegel.
Yeah, you know, Mike Siegel's the only left-handed pool player I can think of, just off the top of my head. I mean, I'm sure there are.
I'm sure there's others out there.
Several of them out there. Yeah, it looks like on table 2 they're going to end up with another safety battle.
If you're in the Arizona area, they're around Phoenix. Scott Frost is having his Law of the Land Scotch Triples tournament tonight at 7 p.m. here. Come on down and watch. Buy some raffle tickets. He's got thousands of dollars worth of merchandise down here for sale, to raffle off, for a great cause. So come down, say hi. Scott will be happy to shake your hand, visit with you. see some great pool.
Scott's a pretty cool guy. I like Scott.
You know, he's got a good heart.
It's funny because he kind of looks like a bulldog. You know, he
Yeah.
he looks mean, but
He's
like a big
he's like a
softy.
pit bull who just wants to lay in your lap and lick your hand.
I'm gonna tag him in this video.
Let's see, what? Nah, he's one of the top players that kind of gets it, you know. He's helping out the juniors.
Has he always been like that, or did and people just not know?
You know, it seems like in the past 3 or 4 years,
right,
it's become much more
life-changing event that happened.
I don't know if he was just kind of always this way and we didn't know it, or.
I'm not dissing on him or anything. I know a lot of people over the 50 years I've been on the planet, and when you're younger, you got things to do. You're busy. You're go.
Yeah, it's one of those things I was thinking about in the car driving from Vegas to here. It's like he's one of these guys that he's got so much compassion for people in need,
right?
And yet he'll just cut the heart out of somebody gambling.
On a pool table. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's a tough.
I've seen a lot of people over the years that they have that life-changing experience happen. That I mean, I'm not saying that you weren't compassionate before, but you didn't dedicate time to it.
Right.
And then something big happens, and it just opens your eyes, and you're like, you turn that tide. Because I've known Scott for a long time. Well, I've known of Scott for a long time. But yeah, the last few years, it's really been a lot more out in the open. And
it was just great
doing
to see
some
the
great things
billiard
for people.
Community come together for his cause here. I mean, every top pro out there just about has sent stuff, autographed stuff. Teasing him last night. I said every time you opened a box, it was like Christmas, He said you should have seen every time the FedEx guy drove up to his house.
Yeah, he should give us a list. I'd like to, let people know. Shane Van Boning sent autograph balls. Shannon Dalton. Darren Appleton. Scott kind of needs to give me a list because I don't have. If I haven't thanked you guys, it's not because I'm not. It's I don't have the list. I can't remember everybody. I know he was telling me earlier a bunch of names, and I think Hustling sent him a bunch of stuff, and Tony Chohan.
Sent it. Tony Hargame. Even Keith McCready sent a couple of.
Me and Bill were talking about Keith McCready earlier. I love the shirt.
Oh, yeah, that's
but
awesome.
I would love to put Keith McCready in a booth and listen to him commentate. I think he would be funny as hell.
That could be.
And he's got stories and stories. It's nice. Oh, if it stops right
there.
Look
at that. Wow. Oh. How in the world do you control a ball like that?
Yeah.
That is just not even fair. Mine would roll right up it would have stopped about 3 inches before that.
That was just
in that funny spot where
a very fortunate roll.
Or it would have rolled right up and set on the point of the uppers,
Are you over there watching it, Scott, or is somebody squealing on us?
See, I told you if he heard that.
You got people?
I told you he would be like, what the heck?
Yeah. I ain't never said nothing I don't stand by. Well, whoever squealed on us, we appreciate it. Now funny. Scott's got that look on his face.
Somebody texted Scott. Oh, it's funny.
Oh, that's awesome. Scott's another one I like to listen to commentating.
Oh, he's great.
I love it when he's in the booth with Danny.
Oh, Danny
Oh, yeah, because you got the old guy with the old, especially when they're doing one pocket.
Oh, yeah, they argue.
So funny.
It's hilarious.
Let's see what he's going to do with this 5.
It's like he's going to play a safety here. And I think he's okay. You have a bank on this 14.
Yeah,
I don't think he can see the 11.
I think you bank that 14 back here in the bottom right, and the cue ball take up the table, or you almost leave a safe.
Yeah.
If you make it, you got
Yeah,
shots.
the bank is almost a free shot.
I was kind of surprised that Brian didn't try to shoot the 3 and break out the 5, but yeah, I think that's what he's looking at. I think you go for the bank here and 3-rail the cue ball back up about where his cue is now, or he might just concentrate on getting the cue ball there and not worry about the bank. But I think I would go for it. You make it, you can get out. Because you got the 2 ball. You got the 11 and the 10 ball up there.
And I'm not sure the 14 goes where it is now. I mean, it might go off that 3, but it certainly doesn't go by the 3. So.
Mm-hmm. As Scott says, he's got people.
Well, at least some of those people are watching. That's good.
I could take it a step further, but I like Scott and I don't want him mad at me. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Very close, but
he left it open.
Yeah, he's left the 3 wide open.
I think I don't know.
I didn't really like that choice, but
yeah, and that's why you didn't shoot that choice.
Sitting in a booth.
Oh, well, you gotta like him to make this one and come right back.
Just fired
nice
it in, yep.
Nice shot.
No fear on that shot.
And that'll give Brian a 2-1 lead.
He needs to stretch out a little bit of a lead. He's got to make up a couple of games.
Yeah, you don't want to keep it too close. Yeah, let me switch over here to table 2 real quick. You got table 1 up in the right-hand corner.
Are they still in their second game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can see that table from your vantage point on.
Yeah, trying to watch them both at the same time.
Can be tough to do sometimes.
So far, all the matches I watch, Joe tends to get himself into safety battles like that. You know, when you have a chance to run out, I think you should go for it. But this may work out for Todd. I mean, that's anytime you let your opponent to the table, though, crazy things can happen.
Oh, yeah. Gives him a chance to be a hero.
And
yeah, that didn't really happen that time. But he didn't give a ball in hand. But
yeah.
All right, so Brian. Oh, kiss the one in the corner or in the side. That's.
No, switch him back. You can still see the
pretty wide open table here.
Is he forced to start with the stripes though? Which I would actually.
I like
3 by the
here.
8 is.
I like stripes here, so
your only tough shot is the 10 ball.
Start with that 9 ball up there. He's got balls to get on the 10. I don't think he's even.
Yeah, right here, you shoot the 11, come off the rail, shoot the 15, come down to the 14, over to the 10. No, don't forget the 15.
I think he'll take care of that right now, probably. He could. No, he's going to go for it. Well, play the 12 and then the 15.
12 goes down by the 6, I guess. Oh, yeah.
Now he's on the 15, 14, 10, 13, 8.
Yep.
This is kind of rack he needed.
Well, I missed that. Table 2, who won that? I think Todd got that one. Yeah, trying to watch. Whoa. I'm surprised he went up for it. I thought he'd just bump it in.
I thought he would play it in the side or shoot it up in the corner. Boy, that's... Does the 13 go by the 8?
Well,
because the 10 is not going by this 5.
We kind of need a runner to go over and look at Joe and Todd's match. I missed who won that one, unless one of you guys on the chat room happened to see and could let us know.
Who was shooting the ball in the side? That's
who was shooting the 3 in the side? Is that who won it?
Yeah, I believe so. What a shot that was by
Brian. That was a great shot.
He fired a ball in and spun it down.
Well, if he made the 3 in the side and then the 8, that was Todd.
Okay, so I believe Todd won that one.
Yeah, we're going to take your word for it. Every time I took Bill's word for something, I got in trouble the last. Well, it's not the way I would have done it, but boy, he sure played it strong. He got out of line. He came with a strong stroke to get back on line.
Yeah, it was an incredible out that really didn't look like it needed to be that incredible, but
well, maybe he just felt like he needed to show his dominance on the table there. I'd like to welcome all the viewers to Bad Boys TV. This is the Southwest Regionals in Scottsdale, Arizona. BCAPL and USAPL players can play.
Yeah, this is one of those regionals anybody can play.
Well, that was a pretty good break. And even the kid in the background thought so.
That's right. He's cheering it.
Well, 12 goes by. This should be a runner. The 8 ball's a little tough to get on. And that just made it a little tougher. Because now, yeah, he's not happy that he blocked that pocket with that ball.
Yeah.
What to do with the 8 now? Well, you got to try to get on that 15 so you can break the 8.
He's looking to see if the 8 goes in the side. But he's not real happy. Although he does have that 15, he could move, he could play the 15 in the side and move the 8.
Right.
But,
well,
where's
and
it gonna go?
I think I would take a swing at it now. Try to put a lot of inside spin on this ball. Go 2 rails between the 15 and the 14 so that you can shoot the 15 inside and maybe roll up on the 8 and just bump it to the rail so it goes by the 2.
See, I like bumping a little harder, get it out, get it away from the 2. You almost can't bump it too hard. You knock it up there on the top rail or somewhere.
Yeah, it just depends on which way you're going.
I'd want to get it out there like middle of the table. But we'll see. I say he really hadn't fully made up his mind. He was like half down on the shot, still looking. He's got the 11 in the corner up there, though, to possibly get on that 15.
Well, I'm not sure where he's going here.
He's gone a little further than he wanted, I think.
Well, maybe he's going to just go for the shooting the 8 in the side. That's a tough angle. Wow, did anybody see that ugly shot on the little table? Joe went across that. He double kisses the ball in the middle of the table and then it still goes. And then he told his opponent he was sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what Brian's going to do here. And that gives Joe on table 2 a 2-game-to-1 lead. All right, so Brett, is he just going to try to roll the cube out of the rail and shoot the 8 on the other side? Or is he just going to play this in the side and try to shoot the 8 in the same pocket?
Well, he's either going to...
That's a rough angle, dude.
I think he's either going to try to shoot it in the same pocket or he's going to run into the 8 and hope to come up. But, boy, I don't like leaving this for your last.
No, I would have went for that thing way earlier.
He bumped it. And see, now he's hooked on the 2.
Yeah.
You just don't leave a shot like that.
You know, and I've seen that a lot this week. More than any time before is the tough shot being saved for the end.
It's like, doesn't anybody play 8-ball anymore?
And it's right, and it's not resulted well for any of them.
It just doesn't. You got to break things out early, get your balls open.
Well, it really shocks me that, well, maybe he can see it, but oh my God, it looks so.
Thinks he can see it. We'll see.
Unfortunately, I moved the other camera to the other table, so I really need a remote control on the camera so I could zoom in on that. Maybe next year we'll have a boom and something like that. Nice shot. Nice shot. Well, I'm glad he didn't get hosed on that because
these guys are working hard for their games, that's for sure.
Well, that was a very nice breakout shot. It could have resulted in a...
Ties everything up at 2.
Are you sure? No, I got Brian with 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He broke and ran out. It's 3-2.
All right.
So Brian needs 3, and Michael needs 2.
You and Bill, I need better tag team. Get me all confused over here.
You need better tech team.
Well, just in case y'all want to see, look at that cluster on table 2.
Was that even a legal break over there?
I don't know, but you know the funny thing is Joe just shot a shot and That's the results after the. There's
that's
been a break. There's been a
break
shot
and a
after a
shot.
break. Yeah.
Man, they're gonna be here a while.
I think he wants a ref.
Did they need a ref?
I think he does. Let
me see. I could go down there, but anyway. He makes the one ball but call safe, so nobody's made that. Yeah. Right. No. Okay, they had a rules question. Apparently that shot after the break they called safe but pocketed a ball, so yep, it's still open.
Yep. Well, I'm not sure what happened there.
So what is Michael shooting here?
Must have the solids. He's the solids.
He's solids.
Yeah, apparently the
boy, if that 2 doesn't go, which
yeah.
I think if it did, he would have shot it already.
Right. Yeah, on table 2, it looks like they're playing one pocket right now.
Yeah, I hope you don't need that table for a while because I think it's going to be tied up.
Well, now he acts like the 2 goes. I'm surprised that he didn't pull it back and try to kick the 1 out of there or something, instead of having to deal with 2 balls down there. You ever notice? Most of you can't. Well, none of you can see this. I need to get a room cam. But Scott Frost, every time a phone goes to his hip, it's like a motor in his butt. He starts walking around.
Yeah.
He stood there, still as forever. Phone rings, picks it up, like a little motorboat.
Yeah,
just starts walking around.
He's put on a half a mile during his phone call.
I can tease him because my wife says the same thing happens to me. And usually it's because I try to be polite and, somebody calls at the house. I try to get up and go outside and have a smoke or go into we have a little bitty, super tiny office. I try to go in there so I'm not distracting them from their TV show, but.
They kick out of my wife, she'll go, "You're talking to Rick? You had all day to talk to him." I'm like, "Hey, he didn't call earlier."
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, Michael's having a tough time deciding what to do with this.
That didn't look like it would go, so. His issues are the 1 and the 5. He does not have a pocket.
And I'm surprised when he shot the 2.
So now he's shooting off the balls that do go.
That's
what
I was surprised he didn't shoot the 2 and just draw the cue ball back to knock the 1 up the table a little bit.
I don't know what pocketing these balls are really.
Because the 1 and 5, the way they're sitting, if you took one of those out of the play, and you could get on the cue, with the cue ball straight on the 5 or the 1, whichever one was still left there, you could make it follow the 10, but you can't do a whole lot with the 2 of them right there.
No. It's another thing I've seen quite a bit of is players will shoot off the balls that are out in the open, but kind of leave their problem ball.
Yeah. Well, the match prior to this, both players had ball in hand a couple of times where they have the automatic breakout. And they were, a couple times it was no risk. You break it out and you run out. Obviously the risk would be if you broke out and you missed your next shot.
Sure.
But there were plenty of balls you could use to get out of trouble. And they had ball in hand and wouldn't take the breakout shot. And then, they started getting a little more out of line,
Right.
and then they couldn't get back to that breakout. And it cost both of them both directions. But you got ball in hand. You don't get any better shape than that.
You've got to put the table in your favor once you get ball in hand. There's a couple matches yesterday we saw where they would play safe, but they kept tying their balls up instead of
gaining
their
an
ball.
advantage.
Yeah, it's like get your ball out in the open.
Look at this. Flying high there. That's tough.
Now he's
tough trying to get a result there.
He was hoping.
Yeah, this morning's match, I think it was the second match of the day. One opponent had the balls were all tied up, and the other opponent just shoots the cue ball off the table and bumps the ball. And then the other opponent comes in and bumps her balls. I mean, they were trading the ends of cue balls, but one of them was not gaining anything.
Right.
They should have banked a ball back down to block one of the corner pockets. And the other player was just spreading their balls out on the bottom rail. And that cost the player that, they only had 2 balls on the table. If they bank one towards the pocket, they're in good shape.
Mm-hmm.
But they just wanted to not give up a makeable shot.
Right.
And instead, what they did was they kept giving the other person a shot that eventually that person just hooked the hell out of them and got ball in hand and ran out.
Yeah, hopefully people can learn a little bit from watching pool on TV like this on the internet. It's, don't leave your balls on the end rails.
Well,
they're hard to get shape on.
I was telling Bill earlier, I mean, with today's technology, I would love to be 19 again. Because now,
when you're a sponge,
you could go back and you could look at, you don't even have to listen to the commentators or anything, but you could go back and look at your own match and go, oh, I should have done this, or look at my elbow move out here, or I gripped the cue too tight there, and that's why I didn't get the draw I wanted or something. You could go back and look at it and analyze it yourself.
That's what's great about live streaming events like this is, there was not much he could do there. Now Brian comes to the table with...
It's pretty much open.
I would say he's probably 90% or better to get out from here.
So here, do you shoot that 13 in and then shoot the 11-10 combo?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Or do you try to get the cue ball up a little bit?
Oh, do they need a ref?
Yeah, they do.
Here, I'll go down.
Bill's got it.
Oh, does he got it?
Bill's got it.
Okay.
Apparently Bill's not used to the dog whistle.
The dog.
It's all fair. We were talking about it when Luke was sitting over there, and Luke had to come over and make a couple calls. I was like, dude, when I'm commentating, I don't think it's cool to be the official too. I mean, we'll do it because we're shorthanded here and there, but if we have one of us in the room that's not tied down, I would rather. None of us on this crew are going to rule other than how the rules are or what we see. But I don't want people to think, well, it sounds like you're rooting for this guy while you're commentating and then get up there and have to make a call on it.
3-2, or about to be 4-2.
Oh. Are you serious, Brett? You jinxed him. You jinxed him, man.
How did he miss that? Sorry, Brian. God.
You jinxed him. You said it's about to be 4-2, and he bobbled.
I told you I thought he was better than 90% to get out. I've never seen him miss that shit.
Shame on you, Brett.
Well,
I can tell you right now, Michael's got to be real happy. Michael owes you a drink.
That's right. And don't think I won't remind you.
Here, I'm going to try to return the favor. You just gave Michael this game.
Yeah. You're trying to jinx him to ease him.
Well, fair play. If there's a commentator curse, I'm just trying to even it out. But
I think it's just the pool gods going, I'm going to show these idiot commentators.
Well, I'll tell you, I kind of like to see Michael win this set because then they get into the double dip.
You like to see the second set?
Yeah, I want somebody else to commentate it so I can watch it, but no, I'm kidding.
So then you can root for one or the other?
Well, I think all he's got to do is just stop right there and then shoot the 8 in the side. Hopefully he doesn't try too much.
Well, he's jacking up. So he's just
well,
okay,
that'll work.
He had a little bit of an angle.
Yeah, I hate doing that. Anytime you jack up, you increase the odds of missing.
Well, he's got to feel real good about getting that.
Yeah, he's very fortunate to get back. And that puts him on the hill.
Ties us up at 3-3 when it looked almost to be a certainty to be 4-2.
Right, that puts him on the hill. Yeah.
Yeah, he is on the hill. He needs one.
Oh, Michael cannot.
Brian needs the next 3.
Yep, Brian cannot make a mistake. And it looks like Todd is about to win on the other table. Boom, I caught it. Right in time to shoot the shot.
I'll go against every commentator and coach out there. Brian needs 3 games, but he needs them all right now. None of this one shot at a time thing. So we've got on both these tables, we got the 2 lower ranked players both on the hill in evenly played matches. Came up dry. No, he did make a ball. I'm sorry. He made a stripe. I was like, how come Brian is just sitting there?
Yeah, Brian
he made a stripe.
Hopefully not thinking about that bobbled ball.
Yeah, I don't think he does. I don't know.
You got to get that one. Shake it off and, yeah. I can tell you right now, Bill Stock keeps looking at his phone. He's thinking it's time to go home for the night.
Oh, no.
I know, dude. I know. He volunteered to help Scott, and he didn't realize. It's not that he doesn't want to help Scott, but Bill wasn't doing the math at the beginning of the week. He's like, well, I want to work mornings. And he had volunteered to help Scott. Well, most of Scott's action is going to happen in the evening. So Bill kind of got himself in a jam there, telling us he wanted to work mornings.
I told Scott last night, I said, he goes, are you going to be here to, maybe help out? I said, yeah, I'll be here. I said, but he goes, well, Bill's going to do it. I said, yeah, Bill doing it will be, hey, Brett, you can take over now, right?
Yeah. Well, that's a tough gig. I mean, and I knew when Bill's like, oh, I want to work mornings. And for a minute I thought, okay, well, maybe he's just going to help Scott in the mornings. So I said, okay, cool, yeah, because I know Bill gets up too damn early. And that works out for us because you're usually the night shift at most of the events anyway. Yeah. So, but I think it was like a day later, he's like, oh, man, I promised Scott I was going to help him out. And I told Bill yesterday, I said, hey, if you want to go home really early, and we could rotate. I mean, I don't mind putting extra hours in, and I kind of hang out till 9 or 10 o'clock at night anyway. So
No, we all kind of just pitch in where we need to.
Yeah, it's like I told Luke yesterday. I said, why don't you go to bed now? Because I think, we were done streaming. And then come in early tomorrow, and so we can kind of mix it up. I want to keep. So one thing I want to do with Bad Boys TV is mix up the commentators, so you're not listening to the same people over and over.
I think Michael really wanted to push that 13 over onto the rail. He was hoping that would stop in front of the pocket. But
yeah.
I think he still.
I think he has the 14 in the side, doesn't he?
I think so. It looks to me like he does.
Yeah, he does.
Play the 14, just maybe bump the 12.
Yeah, just give it a little poke like that. Just
there,
like that. That's perfect. Now.
Well,
I'm shooting the 9, stop. Shoot the 12, stop. Shoot the 13 with a little bit of draw, because I don't think he's got to move the cue ball back but about 2 inches. He's got the 8 straight in the side.
I don't think he really wanted to play shape on the 8 off the 13 down here. But he's kind of be forced to now, I think.
Yeah, I don't want to have to work my way back up to that 15. Yeah, he's going to play it my way. Yeah, he's playing it my way.
He needed to come back. He's got a little bit of an angle.
Yeah, I think he wants this angle for the 13. I think he wants to get off that rail. Well, maybe not. No, he's all right. He's going to roll forward a little.
I think he can work this out.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Be careful now. You don't want to roll too far. You want to be able to get a nice level draw shot. I think he's only got to pull it back a couple inches. If that.
Oh, no, see, I'm not even toying with getting hooked behind that one.
Just like that.
Well,
yeah, you didn't have to put much on that, dude. That's going to give him the win for the first set. Yes. I didn't jinx him. It's all you, buddy.
I jinxed poor Brian. Oh, Bonnie's bringing me food.
Fried avocado. She's coming over to spend some time with me.
Not, look at she says, not for you.
Bonnie's with me. I married her. All right, so they're going to be double dipping. So let me fix the score real quick on here. I just got to change this to a 0. And this to, yeah, they're going around again. Of course they're going around again. I'm trying to get all the double dips and stuff out today so we don't have to deal with them on Monday.
Why don't you switch us over to that other match?
I'm
Okay.
going. Relax there, Brett.
There you go.
Holy coal. Look at that colored shirt. What do you call that? A guy's wearing it, so it's bright salmon.
I miss the Shane Van Boning pink shirts.
No, dude. That's not pink. That's salmon.
Well, that's salmon, but
that's salmon.
Bonnie Jones says comfortable with his own masculinity.
I'm going to be rude and eat. I'm starving to death. You want me to see if I get Luke over here to commentate for a little bit so I can eat. You gotta be careful with Luke. He comes over here and freezes up the computer. And stuff.
You scared him. He had to.
Yeah, he's. Oh, gotta go bathroom and get. Yeah. Here's how it works with Brett or with Luke. Hey, Luke, can you come over and commentate for a minute? He goes, well, I'm eating an apple right now. Okay, cool. Well, me and Bill will do it. So Bill gets up like 25, 30 minutes later. He goes, yeah, I gotta go take a leak. I'm like, okay, go ahead. Hey, Luke, can you cover for Bill? Yeah, let me get something to eat. I was telling Bill, though, I said, he's like, yeah, Luke, he eats a lot. And I'm like, yeah, but the great thing about having Luke around, no matter what town I drive into,
he knows
where the good food is.
That's right.
Yeah, it don't matter what town.
Oh, that was a good try at a breakout there.
Is our guys, you keeping an eye on our boys there?
Now,
make sure the other match don't start. We miss it.
Yeah, they're just kicking back. Yeah, you got to shoot this 15 now. You're not ever going to get any shot on it. Wow. He's going to kick at this.
Yeah, these guys love the safety battles.
And gives the ball in hand. You know, he could have cut that. I mean, it was thin, but he could have cut it.
Somebody whistling for a ref.
Literally nobody at the tournament
Yeah.
yet.
Where'd they all go? Kenny was over there. Delina was over there. But Bill was over there.
Well, those three probably went out to smoke.
Well,
that's what you get for hiring smokers.
Bill doesn't smoke anymore. He just comes out to talk to us.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Bonnie's going to start chewing heads off, though, because she just wanted to eat.
She just wanted
and they all disappeared.
Deep-fried avocados. Wow. Scratched in the sun.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave you on your own for a minute,
That's
Brett.
just fine.
Because Bonnie will kill
Till,
people because her food got cold last night because somebody disappeared. So I'll take her food.
So Todd is working on finishing this rack up for the win. That would put him in the finals. He's got these 3 solids down here at the bottom of the table and then the 8. Well, he got himself in trouble there. Shooting combos is not all about just making the ball. You've got to know where the first ball in the combination is going. I think he's going to play a safety here. Well, he could have hit that a little harder, but I think he's all right. Now Joe really needs to separate those 2 balls up there on the side rail and leave him behind him. Boy, he's going to go into him. Not sure if he can see the 4 or not from our camera angle. It doesn't look like it, but we'll have to see. Well, he could see it, but he didn't make it.
Kids got angry. Had to let him out to play. They're fine. You didn't bring me any?
That was a nice shot on the 9. Now he can shoot the 12, but I don't know that he's got the angle to get on the right side of the 15. Looks like
Well, your snuggle buddy is here, Brett, Luke Thomas.
Looks like he's trying to shoot this 12 by the 4. And he has hit the 4.
Not all bad.
No, he could get away with that, which he better get away with it because his opponent is on the hill, and he needs 3. I think right here he could just come in between those 2 balls and play a safety, which looks like what he's going to do. And you got to hit a little harder.
He almost
Gotta
hit
it a little
got
harder.
there.
Everybody hits these safeties a little too easy.
Yeah. So where are we at on the other table?
We're just getting ready to start set number 2.
Setting our second set, huh? Double dip.
Double dipping. Michael got the first set.
Set a spot? Oh, yeah, 6-4.
It was a 4-3 win by Michael in the first one. It was my fault. I jinxed poor Brian. Bill came over and asked me what the score was. I said it's 3-2, about to be 4-2, and he hung a ball in the corner. So it was then 3-3, and then he lost the next game. Watch the scratch here. He's got to cut this ball back into the side a little bit.
Oh, he was all right with the scratch.
Oh, he
Played safe.
tried to go 3 rails. Yeah, must have just been playing safe.
Maybe a two-way.
I didn't see whether he called the ball or not.
I mean, I don't think he missed it that bad into the corner. How you feeling today?
Better than yesterday.
Your lip looks good.
Yeah, it's
Maybe you'll learn not to talk back to me no more.
Hey,
Backhand you anymore.
you didn't see my my comment there on your picture?
No, what did you say?
I'll let you read it.
Let's just pull that up now and take a peek.
I gave people the CNN version of what happened.
The CNN version.
You've got me addicted to these things now. When I go home, I'll be...
Did you buy some at the store?
No.
Oh, he scratched.
Oh, and he scratched.
It's not
Man,
it's
I
not
was
a
just
loss.
about to say, that was not a bad shot, and then he scratched.
So they didn't have any string cheese at the store? What store did you go to? Gas station?
Yeah, I went down to the gas station here because
Probably.
I didn't pass a grocery store on my way back from...
Well, you know they have
Doing
Google
my
that
lawn.
says, find a grocery store, then you go to
Well, yeah, but I was not going to drive all the way out to Safeway or whatever it was. I knew they'd have the queso. I thought, there's a good chance they'll have the string cheese, but sorry, buddy.
Well, now I'm going to whittle away without string cheese. Don't miss our Texas tournament in Bonnie Jones. October 31st for Halloween. He's going to decorate the whole room in Halloween.
I want to know what Bonnie's going to dress up with for a tournament
He's going to
director.
dress up as a tournament director.
Junior high gym teacher. Shorts a little too tight, whistle around the neck, hat too big, sitting on the ears. We have an event starting on Halloween.
What could go wrong there?
What could possibly go wrong?
Start a pool tournament on Halloween.
Yeah.
Say, that wasn't illegal what you just did. Miss some shit again. These are the best.
I know it.
the Icebreakers.
Don't leave them around me. Mom, doesn't this look like a snuggly bulldog? He just lays on the couch, curls up next to it. Yeah.
Why don't you have Scotty do the...
You are the director?
All right, we're starting set number
Brett thinks he's the
2.
director, just pointing fingers at me.
Pointing finger, I can't reach the board. All right, this is set number 2 in the gold finals between Brian Begay and Michael Allen. Michael won the flip, broke dry, so brings Brian to the table. Well, he broke the 10 out. Don't know what kind of a shot he's got on it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, he could see it.
Well, these guys, he plays pretty quick.
He's looking pretty loose right now. This is a 6-4 race again. Brian has a Fargo rating of 697. Michael's is a 618.
It's a tough spot. He's got a quick stroke, doesn't he, Brett?
He does, but boy, it's accurate.
Looks like he's on a mission to
Go
win this
9,
set.
15, 12, 8. He's figured out what order he's going to shoot him in. He just gets it done.
Yeah, looks like a 12 go on the side, even off the 2 if he chose to.
Yeah. I just need to get out here.
It's perfect.
Yeah. That'll work. Don't get hooked behind the 4.
No, he's gonna put. He can just kind of stun it just a hair, you know.
See, I would like to come out maybe like 2-3 inches further.
Oh, I'm sure he intended to,
But yeah.
but there's just a little bottom on it. You don't want to roll this. Little bottom. Oh, I guess he could roll it. Ooh.
Oh, he tickled it in there. Okay, you got to watch that other game over there and keep the score.
Why?
Wow, we've been showing both games.
Well, I'm looking at.
So Brian takes a 1-0 lead in this
Is it a finals over there
second
too?
set. That's the hot seat match over
Oh,
there
okay.
for the silver division. And this is set number 2 of the gold division finals.
You guys be keeping track over there?
Yeah. I think we're behind one, though. Luke Thomas has joined me in the booth, so Rick could go eat some food. Kind of have to eat on the go when you're running these tournaments.
Yep. Been munching on hot dogs and pulled pork sandwiches all day. I'm gonna fix me to get me some chicken and rice later.
I was gonna say, I got a feeling there's a trip down to the Asian restaurant in your future.
You know you want some of it.
Yeah, I'm not a big rice eater.
Really?
Yeah.
Rice is amazing. Especially good rice. Not none of that minute rice or anything like that.
No.
It's got to be sushi, sticky, yummy, with lots of soy sauce and sriracha.
If you don't know Luke Thomas, he puts sriracha on everything.
That's right.
That guy puts sriracha on his ice cream.
Sriracha is the new ranch.
How old will Karen be before she starts putting sriracha on stuff?
Well, my son Jojo, he loves sriracha. He tries to match me with how much he puts on his chicken.
His eyes are watering. This is really good, Dad. Michael's looking at this 15.
Yeah, I think we can get this. He might be all right.
Yeah, he's.
Under this 12.
I just think he's.
Oh, he hit hard.
Yeah. Kind of cut it back into the rail. Brian's got some issues, though. That one is in the funny spot that nobody's laughing at. 4 and the 7 are blocked by the 15 now from going in that corner pocket. So,
Yeah.
Brian's got some work cut out for him. Well, Brian might try to follow this 4. Yeah, he's going to call the 4. He's going to try to make the 4.
He might even try to bump the 1, too.
Well,
He's got the right angle for it.
we'll see.
Well, he tried bump it, but he didn't hit it.
Yeah, and
That's all right. He can shoot the 2 now and get rid of the 1.
well, no, he can't because he didn't make the 4.
Well, he can now if the pocket's available.
He's going to have to hope for another shot. Michael's got everything pretty much out in the open.
Yeah, but he's got a tough first shot. He's got to hit the 12
He
and back cut
does.
to 10.
Yeah, he's got a thin cut on the 10.
Looks like Joe Avila's about to go up 4-2 on the next table.
That would bring that to a hill.
He's been a little low right on this ball to get out of the scratch.
Meanwhile, back here on table 1, Michael tried to cut the 12, but he missed.
I was playing safety.
Brian's got a pretty tough first shot here. I think he's looking at carrying off the 7, making the 4.
And being jacked up makes it even harder.
Yeah. He's looking for a bridge. This is no bargain here, but he has nothing else to shoot at.
Good shot.
Wow, what a shot. What a shot.
Joe goes up 4-2 on the other table. At least we think that's the right score.
Well, it must be because it would have been over
Well,
had Todd won that game. So it's Hill over there. So we'll leave it up in the corner. Ryan's shooting a 7.
good shot.
And I think he's got a pretty good angle. He can shoot the 5. I don't know if he's. Wow.
What do you do? You think you try to go from the 5 to the 6 or try to hold it for the 2?
Well, I don't know. That looks like a tough.
I,
I'd like to hold it for the 2, the 1 and the 2.
Yeah.
But
if you go to the 6, you can come in.
yeah, I think he had to go to the 6 because it was more angle. Oh, he didn't want to do this.
I'm not sure why he hit it so hard.
He was
But,
afraid
if
of
he left
getting
it
hooked behind that
If
9.
you left it here, you could put some inside and come right in between. I wish we could draw on there to show, but
Yeah, people can't see you pointing at the monitor.
But you
really,
can. I gotta make pictures for you sometimes.
I think he hit it hard because he thought he was going to run into the 9.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, he can always shoot the 1 here.
Well,
Got no choice.
yeah, he's going to shoot the 1. Tough shot here.
If he could put some outside on this and come back and hit the 8 would be real sweet. Oh, he made it. Wow.
He made it, and does he?
I think he can see the 2.
Well, if he can see the 2, that's a great shot. Both of these guys in the first set made some incredible outs.
Yeah, the way he's lining up his cue, he can see it.
Yep, he's going to shoot this 2 and probably go over and just bump the 9 for shape.
Right.
If you bump it, you can't get behind it.
Well,
Oh,
he
stayed
used
below
all
it.
that pocket, didn't he, Brett?
He did. But he's perfect now on the 6.
Yeah. This is how Brett will play shape. Perfect.
This is how Brett wishes he played shape.
Nice out. Great out.
Hey, don't be jinxing him now.
Yeah, well, he drinks in that shot. That's
All
not
right,
possible.
so Brian takes a 2-0 lead in this second set.
I hope you're listening, JoJo. Mom said that you are watching this stream. Hope you have fun at Grandma and Grandpa's. I gotta say something to him every time he's on there. He gets mad at me.
He gets mad if you don't say hi.
Yeah. My little junior.
Ronald Whitlock wanted to know what the entry fee for this tournament was. I believe for the singles it was $75, which included a green fee. Tables are all open, so a lot of people out there practicing. Well, looks like Michael broke dry. So Brian's back at the table and he's going to look at this 5 ball. He likes the solids. The 6 is going to be a little ugly, but he has worked through some pretty ugly racks.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if he's got angle on this too. Nope. I'm not picking anybody in this match.
I think he's going to shoot the 7 and, well, I thought he'd maybe try to get a better angle to break off the 1, but
Yeah. He could do it with the 4 maybe.
I think that's what he's looking at now. Yeah, he's going to break out that 6 off this 4.
Yeah. Come 2 rails.
He's leaving the 1 as an insurance shot. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Look at that. Holy smokes. He's got the 6, the 2, the 1. Wow.
Yep.
Hey,
He's got the right angle.
welcome Bartolo from Uruguay. We need to go down there and do a tournament.
Bahamas. I heard
Bahamas.
rumors of the Bahamas.
I've heard those rumors for a while. I've heard China. I've heard Australia.
What'd you say? Did you say China or?
I've heard China and
okay.
Australia.
It sounded like you
China.
said something.
China and
You're
Australia.
talking dirty on this Bad Boys TV now.
Well, anybody that knows me knows that's just a given. What was Rick thinking when he put me in the booth?
Well, I've been here since 10 o'clock. So I'm leaving in about an hour.
What?
You have to stream by yourself tonight.
Well,
Just talk to yourself all night.
Brian got nice on this too.
He's on a mission to win this set.
Yeah, he got his nose opened up the first set.
Yeah, he's on a mission for sure.
Takes a 3-0 lead. He's racing to 6. Michael needs to go to 4. Well, this is kind of what I said he needed to do in the first set. He needed to string a couple of games together.
Yeah.
You sit there and just trade games when you're giving up a couple. It's tough.
Yeah. Yep. Now if he breaks and wins this, he's going to be real good shape.
Yeah, he's 3-0, and 2 of those games have come off of Michael's break. So
Dry break,
that's
yeah.
huge.
Well, they're a hill over here, and he's down to 1 ball before the 8 for the hot seat.
This is Todd. Cuts that
Uh-oh.
in.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, baby.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, baby.
Hold up now.
Whoa. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. He did not have to go. All he had to get was center table.
It's funny when that happens to you, when your opponent scratches like that, and you're shaking your head like can't believe it, but really inside you're screaming up and down like,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
You're just trying to compose yourself
All
now.
I
It's
gotta do
like,
is make 1 ball and I'm out. I win this thing. But you're trying to act like it.
what's he going to do? Is he going to draw back for the 8 in the side? Yeah, that's what he's looking at.
I think he's going to follow it 2 rails and come under the 8 and shoot it in the same hole. That's what I would do.
He's just going to stun this over for the 8 in the side. He is so excited right now he can't.
He's shaking. It's for $10,000.
He's nah, not in this.
$10,000 and
I
a
don't
platinum
believe-
trophy.
I don't believe that was the first place in the silver
No?
division. No.
Joe gets the hot seat.
Joe Avila will be in the finals of the silver division. He'll have to wait to see who he faces. Meanwhile, Brian broke.
And he's got a cluster.
And yeah, these balls are kind of laying ugly.
He's not taking no chances. He's just going to make it worse and let the other guy
Looks
take
like he
it.
broke dry, and they've both traded safeties. I see no balls down in the tray, so.
Mm.
Oh, Rick and I were laughing. Poor Bill's in a quandary over there. He promised Scott he'd help him out, but it's getting close to what time he likes to get out of here and leave and go
Now
home.
he's stuck.
And it's like, did you not think Scott was going to run his tournament in the evening time? I hear a favor from Brett coming up. Can you handle this? Could you help Scott out?
That's probably going to happen, isn't it?
Right after this match, I got a feeling I'm going to hear that. Could you do me a favor?
Well, he can't really attempt to run this rack out. This is not.
Michael is taking the solids. No, he's going to play a safety right here.
Yeah.
We're going to see a little cat and mouse here.
See, I wouldn't have put that 6 to the wall. I would have put the cue ball behind that 13 instead of tying one of my balls up.
I liked having the 6 in front of that hole.
Yeah, exactly.
Brian may shoot this 14 up, or no, he's just going to get the cue ball up table.
I think I would just play this little, bump this 9 out and just draw back.
Yeah, he's pretty close.
He's going to thin it and go the other way.
Oh, wow, that was a nice shot. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
He got the 9 out, left the cue ball up table where Michael really doesn't have much of a shot. It's actually kind of cool to have a game. Both these guys have showed they can run out a really difficult rack, but it's like, well, how do they play the cat and mouse game?
Yeah, and all day it's been cat and mouse.
Yeah, I've heard you guys have had quite a few of these kind of racks today.
Yeah.
This is the BCAPL Southwest Regionals coming from beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona. The Fort McDowell Hotel, or Casino.
Casino and Resort.
The Weekapaw Hotel. Yeah, it's a beautiful resort here.
Yep. Beautiful. Yeah, you're going to be running that tournament and doing the streaming and reffing all alone. I'm going to be gone. I'm going to go hang out at the pool. I'm going to have some chicken and rice.
That's why
I'm going to have one of your Coronas with a lime. I'm going to be chilling. That's why you got to get up early. Bro. Early bird gets the worm.
You'll drink half of one like you did the other night.
That wasn't half. I drank 3/4 of it.
I wake up the next morning and
it's only
half
good
a Corona.
It's only good when it's ice cold and it got warm on me. Because I got stuck video recording you and your baby powder. I smell payback coming for that. Somewhere
Oh
along the
yeah,
line.
oh yeah. There's payback coming, buddy. You have no idea. No.
What'd Julie say with you? I know you talked to her about it by now.
She didn't say anything. She just went, oh.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all she said?
Yeah, she didn't.
Yeah, I'm going to be like Vin Diesel at the pool with a Corona and a white feeder on. T-shirt. Everything's about the same. We just look different.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a in shape black guy. You're a
I'm in shape.
fat white guy.
I'm in shape.
Round is a shape.
Round is a shape, isn't it?
Well, these guys are starting to get a little. Few balls out in the open.
Well, the 7-6 goes. And when the 6 goes, the 7. When the 6 moves, the 7 will go free.
Brian's got some stripes out there, but he's got that 13, 14, 11 stuck on the rail. Michael's just trying to figure out how to leave him. Doesn't want to leave him out there where he can shoot one of those balls out there in the center. He'd like to thin that 6 and get back behind that mess, but he doesn't have the right. I don't think he can hit the 6 and get to the side rail.
Well, they went from running racks to four-wheeling. Four-wheeling in the mud here.
Yep.
But this is a big game for Michael.
Yeah, he really needs to get on the board
It's
here.
4-0 or 3-1. It's a big difference.
He really needs to get on the board.
That yawning's contagious.
It's been a long day already.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
That laundry took it out of you?
It always does.
That's brutal to do the laundry like that. So you got to wait for it to wash, wait for it to dry.
Yeah, it was.
Do you sit in the car at all? Or?
No, it's 100 and something degrees out there and sit in the
That's
car.
why you have AC.
That AC.
Clearly you wouldn't sit in the car without any AC, Brett.
All right, he bumped the 6 up table. He was able to leave that cue ball there, so. Yeah, I think Brian may take this opportunity to shoot that 11 into the 14, 13. Bump
You could
that
bust them
13
up just a
table.
little bit.
Yeah, just kind of separate them a little bit.
Give her something to work with later.
Well, he's messed up that 5-7.
Everything's torn
Anything.
now.
But he did get the 13 out. So he's got one more ball that goes. And he has not left an offensive opportunity, so. Brian has slowly gotten his balls out where it's getting tougher to hook him, and
He's kind of got a wall of balls there.
he does.
He's kind of taking over that whole corner of the
I think
table.
we're gonna see I think he'll thin the 4 here and just try to get back down. Probably want to leave him about where the first diamond on the right-hand side of this bottom rail. Wow, he kicked at it.
That's a good shot.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Wow, I didn't see that coming. Well, Brian tried that 10-12 combination. It didn't go. But he was kind of playing safe on that, too.
Little two-way shot.
Little two-way. Well, do you bank this 4 and open everything up? Or
No, I don't think you do. I mean, it'd be nice to do that and run out and get on board, but that's a high risk.
Nah, I
Low
think
reward.
I think you come off the top of the 4, leave it in front of the hole, and pin that cue ball behind those ball that between the 11 and the rail. Let's see what he does here. Just like that.
Yeah, he could probably play a little ticky-tack shot back. Yep, just like that.
That was a really nice shot. Well, he's going to thin this 5. I think he's going to try to get him behind the 1, but
Yeah,
boy,
I
this
think
is
so.
tough. This is tough. There's a lot of
I
distance
think
there.
you're right. He's got a good angle.
And it's crept out.
He's all right. He didn't leave a whole lot. Four's blocking the pocket. He can't. 13's a good ball to break those out, but when the pocket's available.
Yeah.
I wonder if that 14 goes, or is it the 15?
Looks like it does. He may be able to break those out with the 15.
Yeah, like we talked yesterday, where those balls are going, they're going to mush, right? Mush to the rail.
Oh,
there you go.
He called safe and
Not a bad shot.
nice. Wow.
Not a bad
I saw him look back and say
shot.
something. I wasn't sure what he said, but
Yeah.
that was a beautiful shot.
Yeah, I don't think it wasn't a good breakout shot ball.
I think that 15 may have gone, but this was much better shot. Now he's opened up the 13. And I don't know if he can fit between the 11 and 14 to hit that 5. I don't think he can.
No, he can't.
So he's going to have to kick up table at the 1. He's pulling out his jump cue.
You know, try to jump the 14,
Yep,
7, 8.
I think he's going to jump those balls, go for the 1. Chalk that piece of phenolic on the end of there. The squeaky. Here we go.
Made a good hit.
Got a good hit,
And
the
not all bad.
no, he blocked the 15.
Blocked another ball. But Brian right here has got a great shot to make the 13, and he can bust those balls out if he wants to. A little high inside on it.
I don't know. He may have more angle than.
All he's got to do is clip the 5, and he's pushing the 14 right down here. Oh, he don't like it though.
I think he's got too sharp of an angle.
Nah, you can put quite a bit inside on that ball and get to him.
He's looking at all the options right now.
If he elects to, he could get there. It's just how you feel about making it versus Leaving
Yeah,
the balls
he's gonna-
tied up, right?
He's going to take this 9, see if he can get a little better angle, I think, on that shot.
No.
Well, no, he hasn't done that.
He's gonna play the combo on the 1, not take his ball off tail, maybe.
He's going to make the 1 play safe.
Yep. Good shot.
Another good shot. Now he's like, which 7 do you want to hit? Break stuff out. It's been cat and mouse back and forth, but it just seems like it has the feel that Brian Begay has been in control. Things are going the way he wants them to go.
every time he does something, it's giving him an advantage.
Right. It seems like Michael, every time he comes to the table, he's having to answer something that Brian just did, where Brian comes to the table and is doing something.
You can tell Brian is an 8-ball player.
Yeah.
He's got an 8-ball mind.
Yeah.
Plays pretty good.
And you can't see it on the stream, but when you see Brian sitting in a chair over there, he just looks supremely confident. He's calm. I don't think his heart rate has ever got over 40 in this match.
Yeah.
The expression never changes.
Yeah. But like I said, he's taking his time. It's a big game.
Well,
4-0,
I mean,
3-1.
one mistake and
Brian's going to capitalize on it.
Brian's going to jump all over him, so he's got to really weigh his options and be sure of what he's doing here.
And that little
he nudged the 7 over.
That little cafe food that got out here in the hallway is not sitting well in my stomach. Better stick to my chicken and rice from now on.
Well, he covered up that 13 with the 7.
Yep. Oh, he missed it. He didn't hit it.
Wow. Gave up ball in hand.
Yep, he hit it.
That's the first mistake he's made.
I might have to step away and let the kids out to swim again, Brett. They are not happy. They are very, very uncomfortable and bored.
I got you covered here. Oh, you can't send Delana over. She's over there playing. Well, he's going to try to get that 5 out of there, it looks like.
Well, if he can,
the 5
make the 5,
which I think he can,
and then make the 7, he might be able to get out this round.
5-7. Yeah, he's got to. I mean, that was a huge mistake.
Yeah,
he's got to be careful not to touch a ball with that cue ball.
I don't think Brian looked at it like it was a huge deal because his balls were kind of tied up, but he didn't. I don't think he realized the 5 went.
Well,
that there was space to make it.
He just made a mistake. He wasn't trying to give up ball in hand here.
I'm going to step out for 1, maybe 2 minutes.
All right. So he's looking things over. He wants to be sure that if he shoots this 5, he'll be on that 7. He's got to be careful. If he touches that 13 with that cue ball, that will be a foul. Well, he's made the 5, and I believe he may be able to see this 7. Trying to tell by his body language here. No, I don't think the 7's going to go into the side. He wanted to be just a little further out. He wanted to be about where the 11 is now. This has been quite a game. It's been a long one, but boy, to see these two guys play safe back and forth. It's like the whole rack, Michael's been answering to what Brian was doing, and then all of a sudden Brian made a mistake, gave Michael ball in hand, and he had a chance to get out, but he didn't quite get on that 7 in the side. So kind of catch you up on what's been going on here.
I'm Rick Jones, and giving Luke a break.
Hey, Luke worked for like 10, 15 minutes. He needed a break.
Yeah, he's got to give the poor guy a break. It looks like we got somebody from Uruguay watching.
Yeah.
Welcome to Bad Boys TV. We're fairly new to the streaming part of the business, but we do tournaments all over the country and some in Canada, so we figured, hey, we're at the event.
So we were talking, we need to do one in Uruguay, Australia. It's just getting these diamond tables around the world.
Hey, you know what?
We need a Bad Boys plane.
Yeah.
Cargo.
Even if they don't go with diamond tables, I'd be happy to just pack up the streaming stuff and go to some of those places. We had a fella trying to get a truckload of diamond tables to the Bahamas. I think he's still working on it, but man, they do not make it cheap to get there.
Oh, no.
I think we were looking at something like 20 grand just to get the tables there and back, which is ridiculous. It's crazy. It's not, the Bahamas aren't that far away, really, when you think about it.
Well, Michael played a safe, made the 6 in the side, but let's see what Brian's going to just duck behind that 14. Michael has now entered what's known as one ball hell.
Yeah, it's a bad place to be.
He's got that lone 7 ball that he's going to have to shoot every time he gets up there. Well, the last time he jumped it.
Well, he's calling it.
Yeah,
that's a tough jump right here.
I don't think he's.
You got to get good height. You got to really.
He would almost. The only way he could make this would almost be come down on top of the 7.
Yeah, it's doable.
I think he'd be happy just hitting this ball.
Hold on. We got the other camera set up right now. I had to switch it back from the other table.
He might be happy just to hit this 7, not give a ball in hand.
He's got to get some height here.
I believe he's called it up in the corner.
Yeah.
He's going to try to come down on top of it.
When I was playing all the time, I used to practice the height. Nice hit.
Did he scratch?
I think
did
he
he scratch?
did.
Yeah, he scratched in the side.
That's not even right.
But
that was a great hit.
7 did get back down and tie up with the 11, although I don't think Brian's going to. He kind of pointed like, oh, are you kidding me? I think he'll handle things here, but
I think he's going for the win now.
Yeah, he's going to shoot that 13 up. Oh, but he didn't.
Sorry about that, folks. I wasn't quick enough with the camera.
He'll draw into it now, I think.
Hey, he's pretty straight, though. Put a little inside in there. You could bobble that out. There you go. He had a little better angle than I thought.
Bumped the 8 out, so now he's got the 15. He's looking good now. This is been his first real offensive opportunity.
Yeah. He does shoot good. Oh, he shot
You
at that
jinxed him
pretty
this
quick.
time. You jinxed him this time.
I didn't say he was going to make it. I said he shoots good. He shot that pretty quick.
He did. He did. He didn't get as good a position on those 2 balls off that 15 as I thought he would. Well, but he's left a tough bank here for
Yeah,
Michael.
you just duck and cover here. I think he can nick that 7, block the 11, and put the cue ball behind the 8. And block.
Yeah,
I think he can block him on both balls.
I think I played it safe here if it was me. He really, really needs to win this game, get on the board. It's 3-0 in this second set.
How many viewers? We got over 50 viewers. That's awesome.
53,000. That's in thousands.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He scared one of them off. No.
Kind of like the bits. Yeah, I think that little spot was a. Come on, get over there.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got him blocked on the 10,
Yeah.
but he left him the.
He's going to be, you can see the 11.
Yeah. I think I would have tried to block him on both. Hit the 7 a little thinner, get the cue ball behind the 8. Brian shoots too good. I don't want him to see any balls.
He's going to come off the 7, probably leave him down here by the lower left-hand corner. Yep.
And
He turned it around.
perfect ball speed. I think he can see the edge of it, but
And he got the 11 out there in front of the hole to where now
Michael's
really
in
hide him.
trouble. Yeah, Michael's in trouble here.
there's another good example. Brian seems to act and Michael has to react.
Right. Yeah. When you play that, and that's why I said try to hook him on both balls, because this is what happens. If you're going to play a safety, you need to, when you're playing a strong player, you got to play a good safety.
Make him kick at something instead of just play a safety back on you.
Uh-oh.
Going for the jump cue once again.
Oh, lordy. That's a long jump here.
That's a tough jump on these small tables. So many times this ends up with a cue ball on the floor.
What to do. Not sure what he's going to try to do here. Going to try to jump bank.
I think he's.
If he is, he's got to land on that ball.
He's going back to get his shooting cue now. He's like, I think he's got to kick in behind it.
Well, if he can hit the 7, his only best hope here is to block the 8 with it from going in the lower right corner. But that's a tough task to. That's a tough way to get there. Well, if you can see enough to bank across corner. Well, look at that.
Wow.
That's a pretty damn good lead.
That was. I think he was actually trying to make the 11, but that was even better than what he was trying to do. He moved the 11 out.
That was strong. I think Brian's just going to do the same thing he did last time. Thin the 11 over towards the pocket, bring the cue ball. Or shoot the 10 the same way.
I kind of like getting the 11 off that top rail, but he's going to play off the 10 this time.
It's a little easier shot. And look at this. Don't go in.
Don't go in.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, and he totally hooked Michael on that 8. The 8 has got him totally blocked. That was nice. He was very fortunate to get that out in front of a pocket.
Well, fortunate that the 10 did not fall. That's
on a diamond table. I like shooting this with a lot of left-hand English. Shoot the cue ball to hit that top rail just to the right of the, what is that, the 11 up there? Yeah.
to the right of the 11?
Yeah. Yeah, you could back that cue ball up that far, and then it comes straight down towards that 7.
Oh, I'm just kicking at it. I mean, you got plenty of room going to the left side.
I just
of the
don't
11.
like the angle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
You
look
gotta
at where they're.
try-
No.
You got to try to kick this in.
Draw that in your mind where they're sitting. I'll show you later. That's the one thing I love about diamonds. You can really back up a bank. And then you're coming straight at the ball.
I'll give you 10 tries.
10 tries to hit it?
Well, no, hitting it's not going to win you anything. You got to make it. He's got to make this. He can't be
Well,
just going for the hit.
either way. I'll give you 10 tries. You shoot it your way to make it.
He's got to try to kick this in. That's all he can do. I mean,
Yeah, pretty much. And then it's just a matter of which way he wants to kick it in.
but how big is that 10 ball sitting there? I mean, if he
The 10
the
ball's
10 ball's-
massive.
the
The 10 ball drops.
not there. All he has to do is hit it, and he's
Right.
safe.
10 ball
Here-
drops, and
Here, hitting it, it means
it's
nothing.
just
He has
it's
to
just a
make it.
simple one reel up, top reel, and just hit the ball, and you're okay. But that 10 ball's
I guarantee you,
torture.
Brian was not trying to hang that 10 ball that close.
Oh no.
He's feeling pretty fortunate right now.
Yeah, that 10 ball is massive on this table. There's almost nowhere to go from here.
All right, he's called the 7 in the lower right corner, which is
This is pretty much all you got.
what he had to do. Now he's going to choose Brett's way of kicking at it.
Sure he is.
Kind of rooting for him to make it just because that'll make my partner in crime here eat a little crow.
Oh, no.
What in the world is he doing here?
Well, he ain't making it in the lower right corner shooting that
No,
direction.
no. Wow.
Because he's just going to roll the 8 up on it, which is a smarter shot.
Yeah, he's going to tie the 8 up with the 7.
Yeah, there you go. It gives him a chance this way.
Well, now I think Brian he's going to shoot the 11. He'll break out the 8.
Still,
Or no, he's
he's
just
not. Yeah, he's placing his bombs. Well,
keeps leading.
I'll tell you
along.
what. Michael can come down off this bottom rail, hit that 8, get some
can tell.
separation, and maybe.
Brian has played a lot of 8-ball in his life.
Yeah.
He knows every move.
Michael could leave him pretty tough here, though. Just come down off this bottom rail, hit the 8, get a little separation.
Then he gets ball in hand.
No.
He's got to hit the 7.
Oh, he's shooting the
gotta
7.
hit
My
the
bad.
7. Wow.
I'll go to bed now.
Wow. Hey, he's got to hit the 7, and
Yeah.
you know, I almost like right here. I'd make it
Shoot
10.
the 10 in.
I'd shoot his
Yep.
10 in.
I'd
Yeah.
shoot the 10 in, too. I agree.
And that's what he's going to do. I think maybe he heard us.
Yeah. Nah,
That's-
he didn't hear
that's
us,
about-
but that was a smart shot.
That's kind of what you have to do.
All right, Brian, what you going to do? You got that kind of stroke?
Well, what I do now,
Shoot the 11.
I shoot the 11 and get below the 8 and
Yep.
then shoot in and get the separation.
And then do your little tap. I'm not sure what you get there.
Well, he can't just shoot this 11 in now, or he's dead. This was a smart shot by Brian. He has to hit the 7 now. Brian is forcing him to have to hit that 7 and separate those balls.
Well, slow roll and just nick the 7.
I was gonna say
Get a little bit of space in there.
nick
So
the edge. The 7's not froze to the rail. I
right,
don't think
just
so.
nick the edge of it. Get a little bit of separation. And then when Brian jumps up there and calls it safe and shoots in the 11, you know, you got a little bit more to play with. But as long as those two balls are together, I think Brian's got the edge. Yeah, I don't think you need to do this. I think he's thinking he's thinking he'll bump that 7 and then maybe hook Brian by the edge of it. Oh, see, that's what you don't want, though.
Well,
Now they're froze together.
yeah, but this is
Well, Brian doesn't want to make this 11.
well, but he can't. See, how's he going to hit this 11 without making it? Yeah, he makes the 11 go
well,
around the
if he
table
comes
and get
around and
below.
gets down on this end of the 8,
Yeah.
then he's good.
I think that's what he's
But
gotta
you
do.
definitely don't want to make the mistake of just rolling up there and knocking it in.
Well, wow.
Oh, my goodness. See, now
Right.
Michael can just bump this 7 and get separation and have
Yeah.
Brian in a jam.
Well, he could kick. I mean, if he gets, he needs to make sure the 8 doesn't get down on the lower bottom.
You just
rail.
want to separate them by about 2 balls.
Yeah. You got to hit this real easy, just like this.
Oh,
See,
shit.
he's going to make it.
Wow, he
Shit.
lost his mind. Oh, my
He
God.
just couldn't hit it soft enough. I don't think it was
Oh.
possible.
Wow, Brian got a freebie there. That's brutal. That is brutal. All he needed to do is get 2 balls worth of separation. Oh, that's crushing.
Yeah, Michael's just beside himself. Well, he's got to compose himself. It's his break now.
And right now he
Trailing
feels like this
4-0.
end of the table is downhill. We got Costa Rica watching too. I like it.
Well, we are worldwide on Bad Boys TV.
What you gonna do? Welcome to Bad Boys TV.
Garrett says Brian went to the APA Nationals, broke and ran a 5-pack on some poor 7. Poor guy lost the lag by a ball, then racked for the match. Wow. Hey, Brian plays jam up. He's been a great supporter of this tournament.
Yeah, he was pretty fortunate that last rack, though.
He was, but
Michael just hit that ball way too hard.
Michael's decided to take a timeout here. I think
Yeah, I'd go shake that one off, too.
go wash your hands, wash your face, start over. Brian just seemed to be in control of that whole game, though. I mean, it was always making Michael react to him.
Right. I was surprised when he shot the 11 in because all Michael had to do was just get a little bit of separation from those 2 balls.
But at that distance, all he had to do was a tough shot. That was a lot of distance.
I would rather
You set that up.
come up short than
You set that up.
than knock the 8 in. Damn it! I want the other guy to have to make the 8 at least. Yeah, he just put a little too much go on it. Well, while he's taking a break, y'all should check out the Bad Boys Club. If you've ever bought a raffle ticket, you'd be crazy not to buy it into this one. $25 for a year. We have at least 12 drawings. I believe last year we did 14 or 15 drawings. You're in every single drawing.
So if Joe or Bartolo win the pool table, you're going to send it to Uruguay or Costa Rica?
Well, they got to pay the shipping, but they'll get the table for free.
That's true. They could get a table for $25 plus shipping.
Yeah. Christmas Eve, we do a drawing, and if we get over 500 members to the Bad Boys Club, we will give away 2 diamond tables. And yeah, it would be possible for somebody to win both tables. And if you're looking for a pool tournament later in the season, come check us out at the Texas Challenge, the Mayborn Center in Temple, Texas, for BCAPL and USAPL players.
Boys TV will be streaming that also.
Yeah. Join us on Facebook later. Probably right after this tournament, we'll have the schedule of all our events and everything will be streaming next year, so you can keep up with us. Plus, if you join us on Facebook, that's where you can critique us, let us know what we're doing wrong or what you'd like to see us try to do in the future. I might start me a GoFundMe page for a blimp. I want a blimp with a camera on it. I want to fly a blimp around the tournament room. I think that'd be so cool.
Nothing could go wrong there.
Well, I found one I like, but I'm not sure what's that all about. Team viewer popping up on my screen.
Well, poor Michael has broke dry. He really needed a...
The stripes are looking mighty pretty.
Yeah. He just can't seem to get a break this set.
Well,
he played great the first set.
Well, Brian might have one of those little voodoo dolls over in his pocket after after Michael won that first set.
I tell you,
the tide has turned.
I was telling Luke, I don't think Brian's heart rate has ever got over 40 in this match.
You know, he is such a cool dude. He's calm and quiet.
He doesn't even notice this little girl doing cartwheels right next to the table.
Is she really? Pretty close. I see this shot here. I think he's got the right angle to. Yeah, maybe he doesn't. I thought he was going to try to shoot that in the side. Okay, get out of there, too. Yep.
That's fine. He's fine.
Shoot the 10, draw back. Shoot the 14, or the 15, 11. Go up the table, shoot the 9. Somebody hooting in the background like it's the first time they ever won a match.
Hey. Could be.
Yeah.
Kenny won his first match yesterday.
But Brian is just such an even keel guy. Very nice, very polite. Just plays his game.
Yep. He just quietly rips your heart out. Oh, boy.
Way to wipe your feet off.
Well,
there.
he didn't have a whole lot of room. This is...
Put a nice little draw stroke
shot
on this one.
Yeah.
He'll probably just come straight over to the rail, not risk the side pocket at
Well,
all.
he wants to get up. He doesn't want too much angle because he's got to stay
Well,
up there for the 8.
he doesn't have to. There's
Right.
nothing on this side on the right side of the table. He could
He
just
could go up and down.
up and down.
Yeah. That's probably what that's what he's going to do. He'll come all the way down, back up on the right side of the 8 ball.
Yeah, put them both in the same pocket.
He's a one-pocket player. This is a shot he plays a lot.
Oh. Man, he's going to use the 2.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot of inside English. He hit that good.
Whew. That shot was way tougher.
I think I would have went up and down.
Yeah, I do, too.
Oh, yikes. Yikes.
Oh,
Oh, and he
missed
jumped
it.
up on that 8-ball.
He did. Well, Michael needed a break, and he's got it. He needed something to happen for him. Now he's got to take advantage.
Well, what are you going to do here?
Well, I think the 6 goes by the 5.
He could shoot. Yeah.
I
If
mean,
it doesn't, I mean, the 2's right there. You can shoot the 2 and
You
then
could always
work
just-
yourself into better shape. I
looks
think
to
he's
me
gonna
like he's
play
going to play safe. Yeah,
See, I don't.
it's not a bad safety.
Yeah, but Brian's going to hit this ball.
Yeah,
And
I mean, call it in the left-hand upper
it's
corner.
possible to make it. It's a tough one, but
But if he kicks it in, you've just got to shake his hand and say nice shot.
if I'm losing 4-0, and I think I would have shot the 2, try to get out a little bit and reshape
He's
myself coming back down. But
called the 8 in the upper left-hand corner. He's coming in. Looks like that 8's a little off the rail, too, so he'd come 2 rails. That's kind of a big ball.
yeah, see,
He's hit it.
well, good thing for Michael is the 2 is blocking that 8 now, and he can get a little more comfortable and start stroking through these shots.
He's got a little better starting shot this time.
Do you leave the 1-7 alone?
I think the 1, they go. He probably play shape on him right here off the 4. Or play shape on the 3 and then shoot him the 1. And
Kind of hard to tell from this angle, but I always like to try to separate the balls.
I don't want to run into any ball if it goes.
Depends on where it goes.
I would rather play shape
Because see now,
on the short side than
either he's got to just roll forward and shoot the 5 and then get shape on the 1 the other way, or come for the 1 now. But I think
I think the 1 goes in the side right now.
he puts this in the pocket. He should be okay.
Well, it's obviously a close because he doesn't like it.
Well, if he doesn't like it, I'm going to guess he's just going to bank the 5 up and leave the cue ball right there.
Yeah, he's
Or
going
it's
to play
gonna
it. He likes it good enough to shoot it, I guess. Oh, he was fine. He was fine. Now, do you take the 2 now or do you leave it there? At some point, you got to commit to running out. And if you're going to do that, I think you take the 2.
I think
you're
you take
on
the
it.
2 right now, bring the cue ball out.
If you leave the 2 there, that's showing a lack of confidence in your ability.
Well, not
to
only
get
that,
out.
but you got to come around the table to get back on that 8. Either you got to hit it good
Right.
enough to go over and back over, or 3 rails and all the way up.
I don't like this choice, but
Well, now you got a little work to do to get on the 7. Now I'd just go forward, go 2 rails and shoot the 7 in the right side.
why do you shoot stop? Shoot the 7 in the left side.
Yeah, either way.
But I would have shot that 2
But
before.
somewhere in these 2-3 shots, I want to get that stroke loose because he's going to have to put a good stroke on that 2 ball to get shape on the 8.
Yeah, he was on the 2, and you clear that out. Then you had these 3 that all led to the 8. Well, he chose your shot.
You just got to roll forward. Shoot that right in the side, and
Well, he's got a pretty sharp angle.
well, then just go up to the end rail and out a little. But I think he's just going to power draw this back.
I just didn't
And out.
like leaving the 2 for your key
Well,
ball
I
to get
agree.
to the 8. That's just
again, that's been the discussion all day, is the toughest ball to get shape on. Everybody's been leaving for the last ball.
yeah.
See, now he's got to put a stroke on here.
Now he's got to pretty much go 3 rails, come around for the 8 in the same pocket.
Yeah, got to put a stroke on now. Here we go. I think he's trying to talk himself into which way to go, 3 rails or pull it back over and out.
He's.
You got to go 3 rails.
Looks like that's what he's doing. And
he didn't even put enough on it.
he hit that bad.
Yeah.
Well, he's left Brian a cross bank in the side.
Yeah, that's why you don't save that tougher shot. I'm with you. I would have shot that 2 ball. Yep.
And Brian Begay is now on the hill with a 5-0 lead.
I would have shot that tougher shot then instead of at the end, because he had plenty of balls.
It wasn't that tough to just
right.
He was on the 5 instead of having to play shape on it again.
Well, yeah, you mean, yeah, he was on the 2, and all he had to do was shoot it in and come out to the center of the table.
All he had to do was,
you know.
It showed a lack of confidence in his ability to get out by leaving it there.
Right. I think so. Yeah, especially, I mean, you had 4 different balls down here to choose from. You know, you had the 3 on one side and the whatever it was on the other side. So, I mean, he had just bump the 2 into the pocket and come out a little bit. And
Brian's hoping this will be the last time he breaks the balls.
Nothing went.
Yeah. Oh, last time he got a kick into the side with the last ball rolling, but
I think we're looking at a.
Well, I think I would take stripes here.
And the only trouble one is the 11.
I don't know if the 11 goes by the 6.
I think it does.
I think it does. So.
And I'd start with that 14 right now.
If it does, I'd shoot the 14 and then that 11.
And then I think you can shoot the 9. Or you can shoot the 9 now, then the 14. Well, actually, you can shoot the 9 now and leave the 14 where it's at.
I'm going to say that other camera showed the 9 looked like it goes in the side. So
it does, yeah.
I would shoot it.
I think he's got a run out right here. It's all about that 11 ball.
He's going to play the.
Yeah, I think the 11 goes in the side by the 12 too.
Up there.
Looks like he could shoot the 14 and pull back for the 11 too, really. Either way. Now you make the 12.
I was going to say, if you're on the 12, you should probably go ahead and shoot it now. Which it looks to me like it. He's on it.
I think that's the shot to shoot. Then the 10. But see, you can mess around and not get that 11 out, and you got that 15 down there.
Take care of these problem balls. Get the 12 out of there.
Work your way to that 11 quick.
Yeah, and come out for. There you go.
Come out a little farther. Yeah, right here, I think you shoot the 14.
I think you shoot the 14.
11.
You shoot the 14, and I think you just draw over and bump into the 8.
Right.
So you can get the 11.
Well, and if he shoots it and bumps the 8 enough, then it makes a bigger space for him to get shape on that 15. Yeah. Just like that. So see, now he's got the 15.
Yep.
It's got a lot bigger hole to, and he can shoot that now, and then the 11.
Don't leave the 11 there. Come on.
Yeah, well, I don't think
What
it's
are you
I don't think
doing?
it's an issue, but I would
Well,
shoot. I
okay.
personally would shoot the 11
I
first.
would too.
You shoot this too hard, and then you're in trouble. All right.
All right, he's fine.
Shoot the 11. Just stop the cue ball there.
Yep. Yeah, I just don't like leaving problem balls.
No, I don't. I like to attack those right out of the gate as soon as possible. Yeah, 65 viewers. Welcome everybody to Bad Boys TV. You're watching the finals. Brian's going to 6. Michael's going to 4.
He's got to go to 4. He's going to get on the board here, which can't get to 4 until you get to 1.
See, I don't know. For me, I would have followed that, went 2 rails, and got a lot closer to the 8.
Yeah, I would have too, but it's a bar table.
And that's why.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Well,
He's just having a hard one.
he
He played so good the first set.
and then everything kind of went against him in this set, and then he hasn't taken advantage of the opportunities he did get.
Right. Nice little break out there.
Yep, he separated those nicely.
I think he's
He'll
just
play the
gonna,
1, come out for the 6.
Yeah, and then it's just connect the dots. Just pop it straight out, just like that. And then you can do whatever you want here, really.
He may just take the 3 now.
Yep, 3.
Because he was a little funny on the 6.
Yep. Now 6.
Now you just tap into 6.
6,
4,
4,
5,
pull out
8.
5, 8, and over.
We have a champion.
That's some really good shooting. Went out a little farther than I would have wanted.
Oh, he's fine.
He's fine. I said me.
He's not blind. All right,
And
your
there you
2016 Gold Division champion is Mr. Brian Begay. Score of 6-0 in the
6-0.
second set.
We appreciate everybody watching Bad Boys TV. We need to go check and see if we got another match coming up. Join us on Facebook, Bad Boys BP Facebook. If you want to know a little more about us, this is kind of it.